We met when we were around 13 or 14 because we attended the same church at that time. I was there with a friend of mine. I brought a guitar along, and Denise and her sister kind of tagged along with us. Kind of played songs. They sat around, listened.
Had a big crush on him at 13 years old. We eventually left and kind of went our separate ways. And it wasn't until years later in our early 20s, and we ran into a party, and we just said, "Oh, I know you. I kind of know you." And we talked a little bit, but he was in college at the time, so that didn't really go anywhere. And then when he graduated, we found out that we lived really close to one another, so we started to drive to church on a Sunday morning. And the rest is history. I definitely had feelings for Tom first. He was clueless. But he was a musician, he carried his guitar, he was a drummer, and I thought he was the coolest thing.
I graduated college and I lived with my dad. My dad and I went out for dinner one night and our house had been broken into. So one thing that they stole was my guitar. And word got to the elders. They wanted to get me a guitar because I used it primarily for worship at NC4. So she and I both went to a music store, and this guitar here was hanging on the wall. So I picked it up and I started playing it, and I really liked it.
So this guitar has made it through our entire relationship.
Yeah.
Really, because it was like when we first started dating, and I used to call the guitar the other woman because just spent a lot of time with her. She was with us the whole way.
Whole ride.
Yep. Marriage is a lot of hard work, and it's not for the faint of heart. And we had children pretty much very quickly, so it was very challenging in the early years raising these kids. And having him be so intricately involved in worship here. I would bring the kids every Sunday, and he would be up on the... In fact, I think New Covenant's nursery was put together because of me.
Because of us. I'd say when the third one came along, when she started going to school, Denise started working for the church part-time. We were Christians before we were married, so I think we had a lot of things in our heads on how we thought this was going to look, and it ended up looking a little bit different.
A lot different.
A lot different.
When there were issues, or if there were arguments and they weren't speaking to one another, we would always bring them together, sit them down at the table, and just go, "Okay, we're dealing with this." And I'm just like, let's bring it in. Our kids wanted nothing to do with us as teenagers. And then slowly you begin to see, oh, wait, Mom and Dad, they might know what they're talking about. And we joke about this all the time. Like, our kids just do not leave us alone. They're always calling, they're always over. But it makes us feel good, because it's like now they want to be around us. And we want to be together.
So we are Tom and Denise Horn.
And we are voices of NC4. And I am an Eagles fan.
And I'm not.